welcome to this podcast again. So today we are living an historic event. It is February 24 and we're on the year 2022 according to Christianity. And yeah, so just let me read the news. Russia attacks Ukraine, launching a new war in Europe for the first time in years. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not my first time trying to record this video, but it has been so difficult. And after some draft, I decided that I'm not gonna talk about this topic. I'm just gonna talk about what I know. Today I went to the museum. I went to an aircraft place, so I would say it's just like a big parking for airplanes. It is called the Canadian Workplace Heritage Museum, and it is described as a collection of aircraft that were flown by Canadians and the Canadian military from the beginning of World War II to the present. And yeah, so today I learned like a little bit from airplanes on the World War II, the importance of oil, and well, the expensive it is, and how it has changed or development or yeah. So some things were invented due to necessity, and in war there are like a lot of necessities, right? So your priorities change. You stop thinking about like getting upset of not having like the newest cell phone or like a nice car. You start taking care about the things that really matter. For example, your life, your family, your health, your friends, the ones you love. Yeah, it is the perspective changes. So I also gonna talk about like the morality, the honor, these things. So as we know, it some cultures have been experienced this honor thing in different ways. So samurais, if they lose honor, they will make like there's a name for that, like the suicide thing. And I think that's not really different from some soldiers that give their life because of honor, because of this patriotic idea. So I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the planes I saw today. So it's really impressive to me how this has been evolved since a really rustic design, and like the designs about planes that are based on the nature, on birds. And then I was discussing, well, I was talking with my friend. He is studying in order to repair the maintenance of airplanes, and he's really good at the school. He's smart, and well, it was kind of interesting because he explained me a lot of things that I was ignoring about airplanes. And well, yeah, I didn't even know, like, for example, there are these motors that were fabricated, for example, Rolls Royce, that do cars. They do cars, but in war they do planes, motors for planes. And so many industry, they've, well, the propaganda, bro, the propaganda, that's really important. Like, there was this propaganda saying, if a dog, it was a picture of a dog, and it says, if a dog gets into the army, why you haven't joined to the army? Like, even a dog is there, right? And there's another about some people, some soldiers on the front, and they are calling for for more soldiers. They are saying, we need people, and that's the main idea of the picture. And it says, like, are you gonna attend the cult, or are you gonna decline it? Are you gonna decline it? And I think getting empathic, it's like the most important thing. But yeah, I today I spent a lot of time trying to record this video, and I have so many drafts, and I just decide that I'm not gonna talk about controversial things. This having a neutral opinion about these type of things, it's a privilege, and I'm conscious about it, because if it was directly affecting me, it will I will not be impartial. What should I do? I'm just a student, I'm just a human. Do I need to get into the army right now and fight because things I don't really know at all? I want to help, but I don't know how to do it. That's the thing, right? So yeah, uh, there are some basic things that have made some progress. For example, for planes and tactic wars. I even think that radio have a lot of improvements, internet have a lot of improvements because of these conflicts. And yeah, so before this new start spreading all across the internet, the important thing was that also they were Ukraine was hacked, and there are so many different types of getting into war, and they are saying that also this time we are having these conflicts, or when they are having these conflicts, data, it's really important to this, because they need to, like, manage of information is power. And well, also another thing, I wasn't conscious about it, but for example, if one country hacks another country, they can close the resources, for example, like for water, or because everything is it, it works digital, right? It has a software, and if you get into the software, that I think that's the main idea of a hacker, like the definition from people studying that areas. Yeah, so it can affect a lot, because you can shut down electricity, and that can affect. I don't want to give ideas, like, just war is really complicated, right? Yeah, I don't know, what's your opinion, what are you thinking, how do you feel right now that we are living another historic event, bro? So right now it's almost 2 a.m. I'm not gonna make this video like too long, because as I told you before, I have been in front of the camera all night, and there's like a lot of draft, but because I was feeling confident enough to talk about this topic, not anymore. Like, I just decide it is not my thing. I'm not gonna give news. This is just a journal, and I just want to ask you, how do you think we can help in this situation? Uh, what are you gonna do? Uh, how do you feel? Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow I will try to do another type of video speaking another type of topics, but I think that today, I mean, and I'm not even, so it is kind of on a historic event, so that's why I am like reacting in this way. um Bro, even if you're studying something really pure, something really moral, I mean, I would say that I think about medicine, right? You study to heal people, not to kill people, but they will also go there and help, also big changes and big understanding of the medicine nowadays. It comes because of war. I remember this guy that he was serving in the front line, and there was this situation where you see really grotesque things, and well, he was able. I'm not gonna describe this a lot because I'm not sure like how much freedom do I have to say things, but he was able to look at the brain of another soldier, and well, just get some ideas of how biology works. And then there's also this guy. Brain, it is amazing. I will start focusing on talking about brain, right? So in this book there's also a story about a worker that was working on trains, and then this bar of iron, it gets stuck, uh, and it was like some I don't know how to say it, but this white explosive dust. I would say it's powder, but yeah, so the ones that makes like the bombs, right? So it exploded. The bar crosses his face, just like I am doing right now, and you can look up this in Google. And the bar, it passes to its brain, and then went out. He survived, but some things changed in his personality, and well, he gets angry faster. Well, he used to get angry faster, and just the family describe how it has changed, and also the doctor described like this case. I think it's really interesting. That's a good thing, and well, brain is a machine. Brain is. I was making this podcast with my friends when we were talking about cannabis, and my friend studying in the medical field, he says, well, and that's how much far we can get in this opinion because we don't know what consciousness really is. And I was like, bro, say no more, you are right. Well, what else I would say? I'm getting old. Today I realized I have been seeing 3 books of Spider-Man, 3 books of Batman, a lot of historic events, and yeah, so I'm still working on this menstrual cycle and season video. Today I was supposed to do that, but life life is running. I apply for a work. If one of my friends are looking for this, is watching this, um, thank you for supporting. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't expecting this impact. It is almost 2 a.m. So what if we cut it like if I don't find like something? I will mention in Twitter the head leaders, the politicals head leaders. For example, the prime minister of here, he just says that he doesn't. I will start talking about politics, and I don't want to do that. Like, I, I really want to take this decision because as I told you today, I record other videos and I get so political, and I'm just not. I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion. That's it, right? Mexico. Marcelo Ebrard, that is the one in charge of relationships on the exterior. He said that Mexico is gonna look for a diplomatic output of this situation. And yeah, so I think that's smart. Good for you, Mexico. And I think I need to say is that, well, Mexico is not in the transatlantic group, and so in español en español es la OTAN, eh, pero but in English it has another name, and just let me look up for it, right? So it is the NATO, the NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and yeah. So what's gonna be next? Are we in another Cold War? It will be good for the record. Like, what do you think is gonna pass? Like, what's happen next? Like the best analytic opinion I read today, like it just happened like an hour ago. This new, so the best uh, the best thing I read today is that probably USA is not gonna get into the war, and they're gonna just let pass this. Yeah, I mean, bro, I just want to relax and live, like have a nice time on the beach or have a nice time in a big city, and that's all. I think that after this pandemic everything will be started, and our only problem will be like too much release, but I guess not. I guess life is war, and in order for some things to exist, other things should not exist. I don't. I was getting these ideas about, so the algorithm. The algorithm is trying to get me into the Tao, into destiny, into God, into, well, God's plan, because for me it is the same. Um, and I am not getting into that. I mean, I'm good with God, whatever the main idea of God is it, right? But yeah, I don't like to. I don't. I don't like to think in my existence as it has a destiny, right? Neither the Tao, neither God's plan. It is just what it is. There are. So I say this yesterday, but it's stuck in my mind since I know this phrase. It is from Arthur Schopenhauer, and it says, "A man." It's paraphrased. A man can get what he wants, but he cannot want what he want. Or a man can get what he wishes, but he can want what he wishes. So you can choose what. There are some decisions, and there are these studies where they trying to get where the decision is made. If it is made before the conscious process it, or it is made like when the conscious after the conscious process is, right. And it is always this big dilemma, and we cannot get out of this dilemma. Like, there's a reason for things to be, or there's just no any reason for anything, right? We're just simultaneous things, and this is coincidence. Maybe probabilities. Maybe it's just like the probability, and we are in that probability that we are living things existing right now. And also another thing I want to say is that there's this writing. My friend Diego, he lent me a book from the ITAM, that is Instituto Tecnológico Autónomo de Mexico, I will say. But yeah, so it was a book about moralities and ethics and stuff, and it was really interesting. So they say that you cannot measure if a thing is living or not because of the way it changes. So as we know, Earth, it changes some mountains with time, but it's a process that is pretty slow, and we as humans in this fast track that, well, we think we measure time just different, right? But I would say that Earth is also alive, and also mountains, and even rocks. I mean, that's the main idea of the question. Like, do rocks deserve rights because are they alive? but you will say that they are not alive. But the thing is that how can you say they are not alive if you cannot see the whole process? You don't understand it because this human life is too short. Don't know about it is like an ant trying to explain or to measure the life of a human. Well, it is not possible. A fish trying to perceive things okay, humans trying to perceive things as other animals or our own cells or bacteria, it is just different, and we can try to understand it, but well, we will never be sure. But yeah, in my opinion, it is also a living. It's the whole ecosystem. Is it the Tao? Is it the Tao? Is it the Tao? Oh man, I love philosophy. But yeah, so I was thinking like, bro, you cannot make this journal every day without talking about news. But you know what? You know what we did today? Today we just give like the introduction, the date. There are something happenings, but we figured out how to start talking about other stuff, right? So thanks for being here. If you get to this point of the video, I'm gonna repeat it. I just said before. This mic it is a symbol. I mean, it doesn't work. I wish it was working, but it just changed like the perspective of the video, and yeah, I mean, it is a symbol. The real sound is coming from here. Yeah, if you want to get some ASMF or something like that, well, here is not. Go and look it up for in YouTube, and I don't know. I'm kind of impressed. Like some, is this the media covering this new, or I know it's war in so many places, but this is like the most propaganda covered. And yeah, so maybe if these things keeps going, the next thing we're gonna make is analyze like the propaganda on war, right? I think that's important and it is a good topic, right? Let's write it. Don't go. So you know what? You can see this. I finished my pencil because I like writing. So we said propaganda, war propaganda. Yeah, and we can analyze. We're not gonna get political in this. I think everything goes well, and yeah, so thank you for being in this journal. For the record, today it is February 24. We're on the year 2022 and it's 2 a.m. with 9 minutes. And well, today I went to the museum and it was great. I learned a lot. I love going to museums. Bye.